Hey guys, welcome back. Tom here from Go Bear Games, back with another statue tutorial. Today we are doing Withered Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I'm continuing the Five Nights at Freddy's collection. We will be doing every character, so don't you guys worry. And in case you haven't seen it in the background in the tutorial, I will be doing Withered Chica in the very near future. So yeah, today we are doing Withered Freddy. This is very similar to the original Freddy I've done in the past. So if that puts you off, then definitely go and look at your original Freddy. And you can change a few things, mainly just the colour and a few details on the face. So if you want to, skip to the end and pause there, and that will show you all the things you need to change if you built the original. But if you want to learn step by step how to do it, then I suggest you stick around and I'll walk you through it. So yeah, if you enjoy this, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And again, thank you guys so much for 12,000 subscribers. And apologies for the wait, there has been a few personal reasons of why I haven't been uploading recently. So yeah, I apologise for that, but let's not waste any more time, let's get straight on into the tutorial. Okay guys, so let's get straight on into this tutorial. The blocks you need to build this statue are the following. You'll need brown stained clay, black stained clay, black wool, spruce wood planks, grey wool, white wool, blue wool, and also cyan wool. Now, the black stained clay doesn't really look black, it's a very dark brown, so if that throws any of you off, then I apologise. This is the brown stained clay on the left, and that's the black on the right, just to clear a few things up before we start. So anyways, we're going to start this like we always do, by building an 8 long line like so. So we're going to start off from left to right by placing one black stained clay, one brown, black, two brown, one black, brown, one black, like so, and once you've done that, that is an 8 long line. If you need to, pause. For the second row, we're going to do the exact same. So black, brown, black, two brown, black, brown, black, like that. The next 2 rows are simply 2 rows of 8 brown stained clay, like so. And once you've done that, you'll have a 4 tall by 8 wide rectangle. What we're then going to do is punch out 3 blocks, and we're going to come back to it later on in the thing, but what we're going to do with them afterwards. But we're going to punch the second row, third one in, first row, fourth one in, and then the second row, the fifth one in, like so. And once you've done that, we can move on to the next part. As I said, we will come back to filling them in the later part of the tutorial. Whoops. Okay, so for the next row, what we're going to do is place 8 black wool, like that. Next, we place 3 rows of brown stained clay. And then once you've done that, we can work on the next part. And this is awful block placement by me, apologies for that. So the next part, on the left, we place 3, leave 2, place 3 more. And then the next row we place 2, leave 1 there, and then place 2 like so. Now what we're going to do is in these 2 blocks here, we're going to place 2 black. And we're going to go up to left twice, whoops, to side 1, and then up 1. And on this side we're going to go up diagonal twice to the side 1 and up 1 like so. And it should make a shape like this. And then in this gap here we're just going to fill it with brown stained clay. Okay. So once you've done that, that is the legs complete, minus them 3 blocks there. And I'll now show you what you need to do for that. So in case you haven't already, this is what the legs should be looking like. It should be 12 by 8, 12 tall, 8 wide. Again, if you need to, pause here. But for these 3 blocks here, all we do is come around the back and indent it one and place 3 black blocks like this. But make sure it is indented because it gives it a better finish, and it should look like that. Once you've done that, that is again the legs complete. I know I've said it several times, but that is what it should be looking like. And now we are going to move on to the body. Okay, so for the body, what we're going to do is place 2 brown stained clay there and 2 there. There should be a full gap in the middle. What we're going to do for the sake of time purposes, so not having to come back at a later point and figure it out, is we're going to go to the left one with brown stained clay, place 1 black and then 2 brown, and then to the right we go 1 brown, 1 black, 2 brown. That's just to point out where the arms are, and that makes it easier to come back later on in the video and figure out where the arms are rather than having to count it out. Next, what we're going to do is place 4 spruce wood planks in the middle here, like so. To the left, we're then going to go up 7, like that, and also on the right we're going to do the exact same. We go up 7 using spruce wood planks. Once you've done that, what we're going to do is bring it inwards and join it up like so, using 4 blocks of spruce wood. And now you've got a little rectangle in the middle. We're going to fill that with spruce wood planks. Once you've filled it with spruce wood planks, which I'm doing right now, we're going to add 2 little buttons onto it. So what we do is come to the top row here, where this row of 4 is, come down 1, place 2 black there, next row 2 black, leave a row, and then place a 2x2 underneath that. So essentially all you're doing is placing 2x2s, or 2 2x2s of black, 1 row down from the top, and then leave a row and then another one. If you're counting it from the bottom, it should be 3 rows up, like so, and smack bang in the middle, 2 blocks from each side. It also should be 3D, but should you choose not to have it 3D, you can have it 2D, but personally I think it does look a lot better 3D. Okay, so now what we're going to do is work on either side. So we're going to bring this up here 7, like so, and same for the other side. And once you've done that, it will match up to the sides like that. Now what we're going to do is place 2 there, and 2 there. And on top of this, we're going to build up 3 all the way across. Once you've built up 3, that will bring you to the top of the statue, which will be Y29, and let me just grab a map for you quickly. There you go, Y29. If you're on PC, it will be Y28, and it's essentially 24 blocks from the bottom of the statue. So the legs will be 12 tall and 8 wide, and the body will be 12 tall and also 8 wide. Okay, so once you've done that, what we're going to do is add the bow tie. So to add the bow tie, we're going to come to this spruce wood plank here, place 1 black wool, go to the left, up 2, to the right, down, to the side, up, to the side, down twice, and then to the side, linking it back like so. And then in these 2 gaps here, we place 1 grey there, and 1 grey there. Once you've done that, that is the body complete, and you can pause here, or I guess screenshot it, and then catch up. One thing we are going to do though when we're doing the arms is punch 2 blocks out to replace with black wool on either side, so be aware of that. So yeah, now moving on to the arms, what we're going to do is the left arm first. So on the left arm, on top of this black stained clay here, we place 1 more, and then go to the left 1. We surround it either side with a brown stained clay. And then on the 3rd row, we place 4 brown stained clay. The next row is 4 black, and then the row here, we punch 1 brown stained clay out from the body and place 1 black like so. So it's essentially 5 wide. The next 3 rows is just 4 brown stained clay. And then again, like the other black row, we have a row of black and then punch 1 out. And that should come in line with the top spruce. Once you've done that, we then place 4 rows of brown stained clay on top of that. And that is the left arm complete. All we need to do after that is punch out a few things at the top, like we did on the legs. So what we do is come to the top, on the 2nd row here and the 2nd block in, we punch out that one. To the side, punch that one. Up, punch that one. And to the side, punch that. It's like a mini Tetris shape, I guess you could say. It should be looking like this. Again, the arm is 12 tall and 4 wide each section. That bottom one is 3 tall, 4 wide, black line. 3 tall, 4 wide, black line. And then 4 tall, 4 wide. And then this little area punched out like so. We will come back to that in a second, however, and we'll focus on the other arm first. Again, I did mention this before, but we do punch out that 1 block there, that 1 block there, and replace it with black wool. So the black lines are 5 wide, not 4 wide. Okay, so the other arm is pretty similar. So what we do is on top of this black stained clay, we place 1 more, and we go to the right one, and then we surround it either side with a brown stained clay. The next row is 4 brown stained clay, and then on top of that we do 4 black wool, punch that one out and place a black wool there. Next 3 rows are brown stained clay, and we do 4 black, punch that one out. Again, it should be in line with this spruce wood plank here. And then on top of that we do 4 rows of brown stained clay, like this. And again, like the other side, we have to punch some blocks out. So what we do is we come to this 2nd row in here, so 2nd one down and 2nd one in, and then we go over and we come down here, so it's this one, there, there and there. So essentially, as I said, 2nd row, 2nd one in. On the 3rd block we punch it, go down 1, punch it, to side 1, punch it, so there, 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 as you can see. And then on the next one, we come to the second section here. Count 2 in from the left, and on this third one, we punch. Go up diagonal to left and punch. Once you've done that, it should be looking like this. And what we're going to do, exact same as before, is we go behind, indent it, and use black wool. So we'll do the top left arm first. And the whole point of doing this is just to show the tear marks in the animatronics like covers. I wouldn't say fur because I got corrected last time I said fur, but the covers of them, like the stuff that actually, the suits I guess you could say, the rips and that, we show that by indenting the black wool like so. Okay, so once you've done that, that is the body, the arms and the front of the legs complete, and you can pause here. Again, it should be 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you are not including the arms, and again, feel free to pause here. So we're going to move on now and work on the sides and make this 3D. First of all, we're going to start on the right side, so let's go on down. And what we're going to do is extend it backwards 3 using brown stained clay. We're then going to extend it upwards 3, again using brown stained clay. On the 4th row, or the 5th row should I say, because we already placed that one there. On the 5th row we place 3 black wool. We then build up 5 using brown stained clay all the way across. The next row we place 3 black. The next row 2 brown stained clay, and then 1 black. So that should be 12 by 4, 12 tall and 4 wide, like so. If you need to, pause here. And the other side is the exact same, but don't you guys worry, I will run you guys through it anyways. Okay, so moving around to the other side, again it's the exact same. So we just extend it backwards 3, and then build it up 3. On the 5th row, place 3 black wool, like so. So as you can see, it's 5 tall now and 4 wide. Next 5 rows are brown stained clay. And then the final 2 rows, we do a row of black, and then 1 black, 2 brown stained clay, and then 1 black. So again, that's the left side of the leg, and it's 12 by 4. Again, if you need to, pause here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is extend the back of the arms back and make them 3D. So we come to this bottom row of the arms here and extend it backwards 3 using brown stained clay all the way across. If you've done it correctly, it will make a 4x4 square like so. And again, it will link up diagonally like that. We do the exact same for the other arm. And again, 4x4 square should link together like so. Okay, so for the side of the arms, what we're going to do is very, very simple. We've already got the first row complete. The second and third row are just brown stained clay. We then place 3 black, 3 more rows of brown stained clay, a row of black, and then 4 rows of brown stained clay. So again, that's 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. And the other arm is the exact same, so 3 rows of brown stained clay, we've already done 1. Row of black, 3 rows of brown stained clay, row of black, and then 4 rows of brown stained clay. When I say black in this situation, it's black wool, not black stained clay, just to clear that up. And again, very simple, should be looking like this, 12 tall, 4 wide. That's the side of the arms complete, and the side of the statue complete. So now we're just moving on to the back, then we're near the head, and we're done. So for the back of the statue, we're going to do 4 rows of brown stained clay. It should only have to place 6 wide, because we've got a block either side. Like so, and if you've done this correctly, you should know because the next row will have the black either side. So the next row, of course, is 6 black. The next row, we're going to do 3 rows of brown stained clay. Like this. And again, very much the same as the front. We place 2 there, leave a 2 gap, 2 there. And then next row, 1 there, leave a gap, 1 there. In these 2 middle blocks here, we place 2 black, and again, you can kind of match it up to the front. Then we go up diagonal twice, and on the right, we go up diagonal twice as well. Now again, the exact same, we fill this gap in with brown stained clay. And once you've done that, you have completed the back of the legs and completed the legs in general. All we need to do now is punch out the small details. So we come to the bottom first, and we count on the second row, 3rd block in, punch 1. Go up diagonal, and then punch 3 blocks, and in this middle block here we go down 1 and punch 1 out there. And on this second section, on the second row, 2nd block in, punch 1 there, up 1, and then to the side one, that original one, leave 1 block gap, punch 2, and then go up diagonal like so. We then again go behind them, so in this case it's a bit more tricky because we have to try and fit through the gap. and we just cover the back up using black wool. Indent it one, make sure you indent it, otherwise it looks not as good in my opinion. And then you just fill it in with black wool like so. So once you've done that completely, it will look like this. Again, if you need to, pause here. The legs should be 12 tall and 8 wide. And we're now going to move on to the back of the body. Okay, so for the back of the body, it's pretty simple. We're just going to fill it in with brown stained clay. So that's a 12 by 8 of brown stained clay. What we're then going to do after we've done that is punch a few details out. I find it's easier to fill it in solid and then punch out the details afterwards, than do it row by row with the details. So as I said, just a 12 by 8 of solid brown stained clay. I was about to say brown wool there. And once we've done that, we can move on to adding the details and then the back of the arms, and that leaves us with just the head. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a nice 12 by 8 of brown stained clay. What we're then going to do is come to the top here, and on the second to last block, we're going to punch one out, go down one, and then punch one to the side there. In fact, it's one over. Apologies for that. So the third to last block, I thought I'd just correct that now before going any further. Third to last block, punch one, go down one, and then go to the right one. Apologies, it is nearly 1 o'clock, or nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, should I say. Then what we're going to do is we go to this first block, count to the third one in, go down 3, so in this case it's the 1, 2, 3, fourth block down, to the side one, down 2. From this block here we go down 1, and then we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Just to recap that, because I know that was a really crappy explanation. What we do, third block in, count 3 down, so 1, 2, 3. Fourth one in, we punch that block out, go to the right one, down second. From this block here we go to the right one again, down 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then again we go behind it and fill it in with black wool, so indent the black wool in one. Then we fill it in, and also don't forget this at the top. Whoops, like so. So once you've done that, that is what the back of the statue should look like. Now all we've got to do is the back of the arms. So on the left arm, or in this case it's technically the right arm, we're going to place a row of brown stained clay, another row, so that's 3 rows. Next row is 3 black wool. Then we've got 3 rows of brown stained clay, row of black wool, and then 4 rows of brown stained clay. Again, like the front, what we're going to do, next to the black wool rows, we're going to punch one out of the main body on either one and place a black wool like so. So you just place 1 black wool there and 1 black wool there, 3 block gap, and then it's 4 from the top. So essentially it should look like this. And then for the other arm, what we're going to do is 2 more rows of brown stained clay, row of black, punch that one out and add one on, 3 rows of brown stained clay, a row of black, punch one out, add one on, and then 4 rows, of brown stained clay. And again, just like before, we're going to add the details. So on the right arm, which is confusing because it's on the left, we're going to come to the second row and this second block here, we're going to punch one out, go up one and then side one there, and up on this third section, on the second row, second block in, go punch out a row of 3 and then go up one on the middle one. And again, indent it using the black wool. Same for this side. And on the right arm, a little bit less detail. What we do is second section here, on the second block in and the third block in, we punch it out, and also on the second one we go up one like that, and again indent it like so. So maybe you guys found the explanations on that a bit confusing, and that's perfectly understandable. So if you want to, pause here, that is the back of the statue. So it should be 12 blocks tall and 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. So that leaves us with just the head now. So again, feel free to pause here. That's the last opportunity you're going to get for now. And we're going to move on to the last part, which is the head. Okay, so before starting the head, what we're going to do is just fill in the shoulders. So we use brown stained clay for that. And we leave that one block there empty. So don't put anything in this one block here. That is meant to be empty. So we just fill it in like so. and that leaves us now that we can do the head. So for the head, what we do is we go to the left and we count 4 to the right, and on the 5th block, which should be this one here, next to the bow tie, we place a brown stained clay and bring it 2 forwards. Now we go to the right and we count 4 to the left, and on the 5th block we place a brown stained clay and bring it 2 forwards. There should be a 6 gap in between, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so, and we double it up. Then what we do is bring this backwards 5, and it should overhang the back 2. And same for this side. And again, there should be a 6 gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so, and we double it up again. And what we do for now is we place 1 block there, just to cover that gap up so you can't see it in the bottom of his head. But we don't place 1 there, because that ruins the look of it. So we place 1 up above it, like so, just so you can't see up into his head, which is hollow. Okay, so we come back round to the front, and what we've got now is an 8x8 square, like so. So what we do is we count to the 2nd block in, and we bring it forwards 1 and place a row of 6 brown stained clay like that. So that's a 3rd row hanging off the front, and we're going to come back to that in a second. So now what we do is we place 1 brown stained clay there, 6 black, and then 1 brown stained clay. On this, I guess, overhang part, this 3D part, we place 1 white, leave a gap, 1 white, 2 gaps, and then 1 white. And what we in fact do is punch that one out and replace it with white as well. The next 2 rows on the normal part of the face, so 2x8 of brown stained clay. But on the 3D overhang, what we're going to do is do a 2x2 of spruce wood planks. Place 2 spruce wood planks there, and then another 2x2 on the other side. And in that 2 block gap, we're going to place 2 black wool, like so. So as you can see, it's slightly different to the original design. He's got like his tooth, or his teeth are a bit crooked and a bit messed up. So yeah, that's one difference for you. Next, what we're going to do, we're no longer working on the overhang. So we count to the 2nd block in, we place 1 black block, 1 white, on top of that 2 black, and on top of that 2 black stained clay, like so. And then the other eye, which starts right here, we place 1 cyan wool, 1 blue wool, next to that 2 white wool, and on top of that 2 black stained clay. Once you've done that, we then place 4 brown stained clay on the left, 4 brown stained clay on the right, and join it together like so. And you'll have a 3x2 gap in the middle, and we also fill that with brown stained clay. So once you've done that, that is the front of the face complete, and it does look a bit weird, and it does still remind me of a seal. I guess I mentioned that in the video before, of what this Freddy statue looks like without ears and a hat. It does kind of look a bit like a seal somehow, in some weird way. But yeah, if you need to, pause here. Remember, it does overhang the front too, and this little 3rd part is just for a 3D effect for the mouth. So yeah, if you need to, pause here, and we're now going to move on to the sides of the head, which is very simple. Okay, so moving on to side of the head, what we've got is an 8x8 area. We just fill this with brown stained clay. So simply all we do is just build up 7 using brown stained clay on top of that 1 layer we've already put, all the way around, and we do this for the sides and the back. So it's very simple. And this will take a lot of stained clay, so if you are building it in survival, good luck to you. But yeah, it's nice and simple if you're in creative. Just simply go around the head, building up 7 using brown stained clay. So what that will do is give you an 8x8 on each side. So an 8x8 for the side, or for the left should I say, an 8x8 for the back, and then an 8x8 for the right. And once we've done that, we can move on to the top of the head. Okay, so as you can see, that's the right side, well, actually that's the left side should I say, of the head, and it's an 8x8 stained clay, of brown stained clay. That's the back, also an 8x8 of brown stained clay, and the right side, I was about to say left, of 8x8 of brown stained clay. So for the top, what we do is fill it in, it's this gap here, with brown stained clay. And once we've done that, we can add the hat and the ears, which is all we need to add, like so. Okay, so to add the hat, what we're going to do is leave, on top of here, we're going to leave 2 row gap, and we leave 1 in, or 2 in should I say, from the sides, and we place 4 black wool like this. So it's 2 in from the front and 2 in from the sides, and then we extend it backwards 3, Again, it should be 2 in from the back, and we make a 4x4 square of black wool like so. We then, in this middle part, we build a 2x2 cube, like coming out of that 4x4 square. And what we do is we leave a 1 gap here, place a brown stained clay, leave 1 gap there, and place a brown stained clay. We bring it to side 1 and down 1, whoops, like so. And we do that for both sides, and that is the ears. So once you've done that, you have successfully built the statue. Let me just get rid of that and get rid of my hand, and I'll talk you over the dimensions one last time in case you got at all stuck. So that is the head, 8x8, as you can see, with this 3D effect at the front, which is in fact a 4x6, 4 tall, 6 wide. We've got the top with the ears, two indents back, I guess you could say. And then the hat's also 2 in from each side, a 4x4 square with a 2x2 cube of black coming out of it. That's the front of the face, also the front of the body. The legs being 12x8, body 12x8, and each arm 12x4. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this or found it at all helpful. If you did, then leave a like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And yeah, that's I guess all I can say for today. Thank you for watching. This is the first, or actually second in the Withered collection, and I will be continuing them at a nice pace. So thank you for watching. Until next time, I've been Tom, and goodbye.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart and watch it burn.